All right. Back at it once again. So, plan today is to continue on with my Assassin's Creed playthrough. Starting with the first Assassin's Creed, the original one, and play through all of the games in order of release from there. I had thought about doing it from what's the word I'm looking for? Chronological order in terms of like the time frame they were going towards. But decided that's probably not a great idea considering like the story kind of shifts away from Desmond into someone else. So story-wise it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So I just decided to go with the chronological order of release instead. Play the games how they were released. And of course, starting with Assassin's Creed 1. I'm gonna go ahead and boot up the game. Once again, apologies for a couple areas in the game. It kind of makes OBS freak out when it's like the blank screen kind of fog. So like the main menu and when you assassinate a target, you're in that void kind of space. OBS doesn't really like it, so it gets kind of stuttery in those areas. So I'll endeavor to warn you ahead of time when that happens, so it doesn't so it doesn't it's not you, it's my stream. Like right now I'm on the main menu with that void background and the fog, so I'm gonna be a little stuttery right now. The only time it really presents a problem is during like the assassination, because those are kind of important moments, but it kind of gets messed up because of the stuttering. I should probably pause the music now. Jump into
Use the action
game settings
to gather information about your surroundings.
Now, where did it leave me off? Because I'm a little sometimes confused as to when it actually wants me to, when it actually saves and such. Well, I might as well do those save citizens. Grab pickpocket, wrap around to this one, save citizen, informant, informant escort challenge. Well, it's gonna depend. But yeah. So, now I gotta remember how to do this. Okay. So, last stream, I kind of came to the conclusion that it would be best for me to kind of have topics to talk about for streams, so I can kind of fill the void a little bit. Because I noticed, the first few times I did streams, I noticed like dead space was pretty prevalent, and I wasn't entirely sure how to go ahead and fix that kind of deal. New to this, so I came to the conclusion, depending on the kind of game, the type of topics I would talk about would change. So like games like Assassin's Creed that actually have kind of a linear story, I'll talk about things that it won't have a huge impact. It won't have excuse me. It won't have a huge impact if I get distracted and lose my train of thought. I can just kind of start talking about it again, or possibly start a new line of thought. Because I would like, to have the story talked or noticeable. This is really loud for me for some reason. And I couldn't figure out why. It's because my headset was up. Anyways. Yeah, I would like, the story of the game to be a part of what I'm doing. So the lines and topics I'll talk about will be more fluid. So yeah. Like as an example, I recently got a dog, so that's been a somewhat enjoyable experience. Cause she's a fairly young dog. I got her when she was about 4 months old. She's about 6 to 7 now. You know, I adopted her, so age isn't entirely clear. They have a rough like date. Who am I being spotted by?
I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
Oh,
Foolish
it's him.
old man.
Yeah. So since I adopted her, age isn't like an exact thing. So I've been working through getting her house broken. I started going to a training class with her recently, which is what I did actually just before I started this stream. I was at the training class with her. The beginning of that was a nightmare. She was usually someone's at the house to take care of her a couple times, and so she's not stuck in the crate a lot. But no one's at the house this week but me. So for a few hours today, she was in her crate and kind of just stuck, and she wasn't able to be as active as she normally is when she's not sleeping. I think I gotta kill the guard up here. So the beginning of training, she was super hyper, even though she was out of the crate for a few hours before the class started. At the start of that class, she was not into it. She was not paying attention to me. She was not listening to me in any capacity. Even the trainers, when they tried to help, we're kind of at a sticking point. She was not having it, just super distracted. But as time went on, she came to the realization that, oh hey, we're here to do work. So she started calming down a little bit more, and actually started listening to some of the commands she was given. And she's not perfect, given she's still a puppy, so trying to work through those things.
He's going to hurt himself.
But according to the trainers, I don't know if they're just saying this just to make me feel better, but apparently they find her really sweet, and apparently I've been doing a decent job of continuing her training when not in those classes. I didn't expect her to be perfect in any capacity, because she is a fairly young dog. So now let's find out which one's my target.
If the guard won't take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect
Are
us.
they talking about kidnapping?
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learned everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made.
Oh.
He inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper.
How are you gonna
It
strike
won't
there,
save
champ?
you when you're discovered. Won't shield
You're out here
you
wearing
from their
slippers, my
swords
guy.
and arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
It's okay.
Indeed, you'll need it.
I'll do it for you. It's fine. What am I stuck on? Fuck. Thanks. Yeah, don't worry about it. You're good. Everything's alright. But yeah. Back to what I was talking about. Is that a save citizen? Yeah. Alright, so I'll probably do that. Save citizen. Wrap around through what I assume is like a temple kind of looking deal. Do that one. Do informant escort. Oh god, escort mission? Ugh. Then informant flag. And finish up the bureau. But back to the dog conversation. They said she's smart, apparently. I find that hard to believe. because sometimes she's definitely dumber than a box of rocks. On more than one occasion, she'll be looking at me, then turn around to walk out the door and smack her head directly on the door frame. And act like nothing had happened. Which is always an amusing sight, but I do feel bad for her when she does that. But yeah. Apparently, she's smart. I just don't think she likes listening to me half the time. Which I suppose is not all that unheard of. She definitely listens to the trainers a lot more than me, and I think that's purely by virtue of spite. I don't actually know if that's true or not, but it feels right. Get up here, get through here, and no one knows. Cool. Yeah, I think it's I think it's more out of spite than anything else. I mean, she does listen to me when she's actually focused in on me, but when she's not, I could scream directly in her ear, which I don't do, to be clear. But I could like yell directly in her ear, and she would straight up. She might look at me if I did that, and then just ignore me for the rest of the time. So yeah, this is my first dog. The family had had a dog before, but I never had like a dog of myself. So like, she's mine to take care of and pay all the vet bills and such. So training her. Oh, I'm gonna run away before that guy yells at me. So yeah, like ultimately, I'm just the one responsible for her. So training her has been a little bit of a task, especially balancing that with you know, my first real full-time job after I graduated college. Okay, this is not gonna work. Let's just continuously attack you so you don't... Whoa, okay. Okay, I don't like this. And this is... Oh, can I... Oh, stop it. There we go. See, what kind of oh! Oh, God! Oh, my God. What is happening around here? I don't like this. Come on, man. There we go. Fucking hell. I've completely lost my train of thought now, so that's fantastic. First, that save citizen, and then the informant thing. I know I was talking about my dog in some capacity. Oh yeah. Training her and balancing, doing that, taking care of her between my, my first real full-time job out of college. It's been interesting. Luckily, I don't feel like I'm super overwhelmed, so I don't have a problem doing it right now. Clearly, I'm not terribly overwhelmed because I'm able to find time to, even though I'm not currently, streaming to anyone, I'm able to find the time to do that as well. So, like, I'm still able to do the things I enjoy and all that, so that's been good. Take down helmet first, because apparently they're always, or not. That's cool too. Yeah, clearly I'm not so overwhelmed to the point where I can't find time to do anything else, because otherwise I'm not sure would I be able to do the cope. Because clearly, like, one of my ways to alleviate stress is, I play video games, I work out. Working out partially, to stay in shape, and then much like a lot of other guys, work out to keep the pain away. I'm most certainly not jacked in any capacity, just to be clear. But I'd like to consider myself in shape. Just not cardio-wise. I'm not a huge fan of cardio, which is ironic considering I ran track in high school. Though in my defense, I only ever ran one event.
Thank you, boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that we hear this tale and know what it is to be a true...
Yeah, I only ran officially one event on my record, and during that event, I strained my hip flexor. Never been the same since, which is ironic because I did that my freshman year of high school. That was fantastic. Yeah. Otherwise, I was a field event person. So I did field events rather than running. So cardio is not my thing. Alright, let's talk to him.
Al-Rahir, it seems I've made some enemies. Al-Mualim asked that I shadow the slave trader, and I did, though not well enough. He discovered me, and I've been running from his men ever since. I need to get out of the city, but I can't do it alone. Help me, and I'll share what I've learned with you.
Okay. I hate escort missions. This is gonna suck. But yeah, I mean, even after high school, I didn't run track in college because I went to a D1 college, and I mean, I was good at what I did, but not good enough for D1 college, which was a little depressing. But I got over it. I just focused on studying rather. Which I suppose in the long run kind of worked out better. I'm not entirely sure where I would end up if I had to split my focus that much. Because when I was first in college, I wasn't entirely sure what kind of major I was going to do. I was originally going to do comp sci, which is computer science for those who don't know. But I couldn't pass calculus. I didn't fail calculus. I just didn't pass it, so I didn't get the credit. I'm not even talking about full-on calculus. I didn't get past pre-calc, which is even funnier. So that's kind of when I came to the conclusion that maybe comp sci isn't for me. And then I switched to IT, which is information technology for those who don't know. Luckily, I didn't come to that conclusion until like my junior year of college, so I was luckily a lot of the prereqs kind of overlapped, so I wasn't really behind, but I did have to load up a little bit more than usual at the beginning just to kind of make sure I could have a lighter schedule for my my senior year, which was nice, because during my senior year I was hold on, I think he's done.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, cool.
Take this map. It lists
Finish that
Talar's
in a
hiding
sec.
places. Useful information should that coward choose to run instead of fight. And from what I know of the man, run is what he'll do.
Yeah, probably. They always run. They don't get far, though. Except for when they do. Then we don't talk about it. Yeah, but during my senior year of college, because I went to an out-of-state college, so it was expensive, unfortunately. Because for some reason, if you don't go to this, if you're not from the state, you go to college and you pay twice, if not more, which is unfortunate. But my senior year, I was what was called a CA, which is a community assistant. My college kind of broke up. Get away from me. My college kind of broke up the traditional RA kind of role into two positions, an RA and a CA. RAs were more of like the front end people interacting with the students a lot more and being like the more traditional overexcited college student to be happy about their college and stuff. And they're very much like interactive with students, and community assistants were more of like in an admin position, so they worked the help desk. They did nightly safety checks and such. So I applied for the CA position because I'm not. It's pretty easy to tell I'm an introvert, so that position kind of lent itself better to my skills. I'm gonna finish that in a sec. I'm gonna talk to him.
Is this the great Altair before me?
That's me.
What an honor.
Thanks,
you must
man.
be here for a very important mission. Maybe
Probably
I
not.
could help you. I have been eavesdropping, and I have learned much. However, I have erred. I had some Massif flags to deliver to the bureau leader, but I lost them when attacked by thugs. Could you find them for me? I must be back to my mentor before he returns from the market, so
I
you
guess
must
he's not
be
a
fast as the
full-fledged
wind.
assassin, so I guess thugs kind of. Okay. Where is that? What am I looking for?
Did you see that?
Oh, the actual flags. Okay. Oh God, this is gonna. Oh, nope, flag right there. Okay, now there's actually a path I can follow. Something tells me I already messed up the path. Nope, come on. I want you to jump. Over there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not... I think I might have already messed up the path. Did I get that flag? Yeah, okay. I just gotta remember I was talking about... That was not a flag I needed. Cool. Thanks, game. I just gotta remember I was talking about CAs because I'm trying to concentrate on this so I don't mess it up too much. How many do I need? Oi. 17, 18? Is that it? Oh, yeah, cool.
What's he doing that for?
Just gotta talk to the informant again, and I'll finish up that
That is
that
great.
thought I was talking about.
I knew I could count on you, Master Altair. Here is what I learned from listening to the guards near the Dome of the Rock. They were talking about the man named Talal. They said he has many loyal followers, all of whom will readily give their lives for the man. If their master is in danger, they are sure to intervene, giving Talal time to escape. That is all I know.
That's
I hope
just
my
what I
small
wanted to hear.
contribution will help.
Fantastic. Okay. I want to make sure I had all the other sections done before I go back to the bureau. Okay. Yeah, so like when I originally applied for that CA position, I was like, yeah, that's definitely a lot better for me because I'm very much an introverted person, so I want to keep interaction to students to a minimum if I can help it. But unfortunately, then COVID happened. So my COVID happened during my school had sent everyone home. My junior year had sent everyone home for spring break vacation like usual. Then we just never came back for the rest of that year. So that was fun. But luckily, by the time the start of my senior year came about, they decided to open up the school back up again, which was good for me because I learn a lot better for in-person, so that worked out better. Even though almost all of my classes end up being online anyway, so it didn't matter. However, I did, get that CA position, so that was good because I put that on a resume. I got a stipend for that year. Housing was paid for, so that was good. But yeah, so like during that process, they temporarily got rid of the RA position and just had CAs. So we were essentially just your more traditional RA again, which was unfortunate for me, especially because I was then placed in a freshman dorm. Students I wanted to interact with less, so that was fun to deal with at first.
Safety and peace first.
Your presence here deprives me of both. What do you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Very well. Here's what I know. He traffics in human lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the Barbican, north of here. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's inspecting his stock. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge.
Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance.
Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned?
No.
What?
But it will have to do.
That's quite a lot of info, actually. I don't like you.
Rest, prepare, cry in the corner. Do whatever it is you do before a mission. Only make sure you do it quietly.
Oh, cry in the corner. You know, sometimes that's just the way to go, you know?
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Okay. Looks like assassination is the last thing. Cool. But yeah, I got placed in a freshman dorm, and I really didn't want to interact with them as much as I had to, which sucked. But you know, you deal, and luckily there wasn't a ton of students on campus, even though everything was opened back up. Not a ton of people took that opportunity to come back. However, once again, my bad luck showed its ugly head, and that freshman dorm I was in was like one of the only buildings where you could opt in to have a roommate, given the times. So I did have the floor I had was full, but like because COVID was still, you know, pretty prevalent at the time, a lot of people didn't, you know, interact with each other still, which helped because I really didn't want to deal with a ton of freshman students because they're always kind of, I mean, we all were, let's be honest. Even freshman college students, they haven't really found their footing quite yet, so things can get complicated real quick. I had a couple experiences which I'll save for later for that. But luckily, my luck did turn around after we came back for winter break. Over winter break my senior year of college, they had ended up deciding to shut down the dorm I had a floor on, and they did this to use as overflow COVID housing. So each week we had to be tested for COVID that year twice a week. It was like a requirement if you were on campus. You had to get tested twice a week. It was just like you went to like a library or something. They had set up these areas to do it in, and it was just like a saliva test. So that wasn't a big deal, but it was an annoying inconvenience at the time. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you ended up testing positive, you had to move into a different dorm to quarantine. Unless you were in an area, unless you were in a dorm where you had your own room and you had your own bathroom. Otherwise, you had to go and quarantine in a different building. So, over winter break, they decided to shut down the dorm I was in to use as overflow housing, even though I don't think it ever got used. But I guess better to have it than not need it than need it than not have it. So then I was moved into a dorm just down the road. That was great, because then I got my own room and I got my own bathroom as well. I had to share a bathroom with someone before, which was also not fun when it's a freshman student. But it was really nice. I didn't have as many responsibilities anymore because someone else was a CA on that floor already, so I didn't have to do anything. Well, I mean, I still did my like safety rounds. I worked the desk and stuff, but I didn't have like that more interactive role with students. So that was nice. What am I looking for? Oh, scholars. Yeah, that was nice. So I was able to, you know, chill out a little bit more after that, and I could focus on capstone project and stuff, because that was the most important thing for me at that time, because that was what was gonna decide whether I graduated or not. And I did. To be clear, I did graduate college. I have a degree. But like during that whole thing, I talked about my first job. I had a first full-time job at a college. I still work there, but how I got that job became about was crazy. You know, I did the whole work on it, I looked on Indeed thing, applied through school and stuff, or just applied straight up through Indeed. I never heard back from any other company. I heard back from one company. I interviewed with them, and like within a few weeks, I heard back from them saying, "Hey, there are some conditions, but you have the job," which was great. Because even after that, I heard from no other companies, which was crazy to me because I had an IT degree with concentration in information security, so it's like I had a pretty in-demand, skill set, but like I heard back from no one, which I thought was crazy. Oh no. This isn't good.
What now, slaver?
Do not call me that.
But that's what
I
you are.
only wish to help them, as I myself was helped.
You do no kindness imprisoning them like this.
Imprisoning them? I keep them safe, preparing them for the journey that lies ahead.
What journey?
Help me.
It is a life of servitude.
Save me! You know nothing.
Know
It was
nothing?
folly to even bring you here. To think that you might see and understand.
I understand well enough. Show yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna concentrate on this mission, and then I will go ahead and finish that thought I was talking
you
about.
want to see the man who called you here?
You did not call me here. I came on my own.
Did you? Who unbarred the door? Cleared the path? Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh?
No, because I walked through with clergy
All
or
this
scholars.
I did for you. Step into the light then, and I will grant you one final favor.
I'm not sure I should do that. That's definitely a trap, but I don't think I have a choice.
You were sent here to murder me.
I was. Assassinate, murders a harsh word.
Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened.
Oh?
You leave me no choice. You must die.
Well. This is where good old counter comes into play.
We'll teach you not to trespass.
Alright, hit him while he's down, boys.
Be done with him.
Shit. Finish him off while he's going down. Man, that is just a harsh one. Come on. There we go. Try and finish him off. I didn't want you to switch targets, but whatever. That one went a lot better. Alright. Man, I got bit by a mosquito earlier on my leg, and man, is it just... I can't stop itching. Stop running. Get back here. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Come on. I'm still unclear as to how combo kill is supposed to work. Get up. There we go. Come on. Quit running. You're just making it worse for yourself. Now, how the fuck did you grab me? Back here. Yeah, so this is going to be one of those stuttering phases.
Share your secrets with me.
Unfortunately.
My part is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
I'm the Brotherhood.
What brotherhood?
Al-Mualim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished.
What does that mean?
Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For
That
no
is
other reason
some leap in logic
than
there,
it was
Chad.
asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind. They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet, it seems. But you will.
And now I run away. Okay. I don't remember. How the fuck did you hit me? Okay. The stuttering should clear up here. Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. I was talking about, like how I kind of got my job and that along those lines. Yeah, I mean, especially like around that time where work from home was becoming super prevalent, if it wasn't already. I don't exactly remember timing. I'm pretty sure it was fairly prevalent just because people were in lockdown and stuff at the time still. I think it's like a tail end of that. But like I had this super in-demand skill set. I what are you pointing at? I feel like, I mean, my school is decent. I mean, it's not the best, but it has a decent program. It has a good, well-known program. It's like, it was just crazy to me that I heard back from a singular company and none others. Like, and not even a reject. Well, that's not true. I heard back from a couple about rejections, but like based on the like the number I put out, it was such a small fraction of companies actually like responded to my applications, which was wild.
Altair, wonderful to see you return to us.
Wow.
And how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No!
I don't know
A
about
skilled
that one.
assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik, but the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Mualim.
That's true. That's fair, actually.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
I don't know about that one. He's
Fast forwarding
giving me the
memory to a
creeps.
more recent one.
If I have the option to teleport back, I'll probably just do that. Oh, guess I don't. Oh, I'm late. Or it's just gonna send me back. That works too.
Damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm
Red's
getting
bad.
weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something. How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something?
Sounds good
Get
to
some
me.
rest.
But yeah, I put out tons of applications to like a variety of companies, big, small, government contractors. It's like a huge range of different companies and organizations. I put out applications to. Went to job fairs and stuff. Like I just heard, like I heard from such a small amount of companies compared to like how many applications I put out, and it was very disheartening at the time, just because like IT is such a broad kind of subject to have, It's such a broad, yeah,
What the hell?
it's huge field.
Someone's been in here.
Are you upset someone was in your prison cell, Desmond? Is that what that was? Fine, let's take a look.
Looks like some kind of access code.
Oh, well, that works. What the? Oh. Should check everything out. Why do we have a chair in the bathroom? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like IT is such like a broad kind of thing that you can do a ton of things with. I feel like a lot of people need IT specialists, and I just didn't hear back from the amount I was expecting to. So like during that whole process, it was just very depressing to kind of figure all that out, unfortunately. Yeah, look at that. Oop. I don't want to interact with that yet. I would much rather just kind of take a look around first. I said this before, but not streaming anyone, so it doesn't really matter if I reiterate. I don't think I had ever played the original Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2. I'm pretty sure I started at Brotherhood and went on from there. And even through there, it was very sporadic in the games I had played. So I'm pretty excited to go through all the games and kind of actually experience the whole overarching story. So that should be fun. I know I should probably go to the Animus. I just want to kind of check everything out first, see if there's anything I might have missed. Yeah, I haven't played through all of them. They were on sale at the time, so I've just picked up a ton of them and gonna play up through Valhalla, which I also haven't played yet. And then by the time I finish through Valhalla, Mirage will probably be out, honestly. So I'll play through that when that comes out as well. So that should be fun. All right, let's go through the Animus again. Or should I try? I probably should go through bed. Oh. And oof, OBS also doesn't like the Animus menu. Interesting. I think. Okay. Should I sleep or should I try going back? Yeah, I should sleep. Okay. Interesting. Oh.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this
Unfortunate.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before.
I know that's actually true, I'm pretty sure.
We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
Boy howdy. Here I go killing again.
Morning, Desmond.
Yeah. Hi.
Here we go. Back in we go. Alright. Should be back now. So, I gotta restart the game. Apparently, my internet went out for a second, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna exit that real quick. Yeah, so essentially, whenever I have to tab out from this game, it turns it into like a windowed mode, but it's very shitty windowed. So, even if I could line it up correctly within my monitor, the mouse slips off the screen half the time, so it just doesn't work properly. So it's just better to restart the whole game, start from scratch. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Matter of fact, now is probably a good time for a quick break so I can take my dog out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll be right back. As soon as I got up and walked out of my room to go, have her follow me to go downstairs, take her out, she looks out the door, looks out my doorway, just kind of looks at me halfway down the hall. I turn around and start walking back to like coax her more, and she just runs in her crate like she's ready to go to bed already. So I'll just wait to take her out again before she actually goes to sleep. But might as well just load up the game again. Yeah, like whenever I have to tab out of this game, which I try and do as little as possible, it makes it that super strange kind of like windowed, not even windowed borderless, which would be fine. It's straight up windowed, and I can't like resize it or anything like that, and it's just a huge pain to try and deal with. So better to put it back into true full screen mode. Better put it back in full screen mode by just, restarting the game entirely. Go back up the game, off the screen. There we go. Okay, and this way you won't miss any of the stuff when my internet cut out. So go ahead and jump back into it.
Preparation is crucial to your success.
Is it really now?
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun.
I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Nukud, the wealthiest man in Damas. Majduddin, regent of Jerusalem. William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their
that
cities.
last one is actually.
You'll learn the
sure.
secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions.
Okay.
And Altair, take care. Your recent work has likely attracted the attention of the city guard.
Probably.
They'll be more suspicious than they've been in the past.
Make it better. Catch ledge. Grab break. Okay. Works for me. Gonna have me do a thing again.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
I'm pretty sure things... Okay, or not. No. Oh. I misunderstood. Okay.
The work of a master.
Cool. That's super convenient. I was tired of being grabbed, if I'm honest. Awesome. Works for me.
You must be busy. I understand.
Very, sir. I don't exactly remember what I was talking about. Oh, sick. Let's head back to here first. The bureau's fine.
Use the scholars you have rescued to pass unnoticed into guarded areas.
Okay. Not like I didn't know that already. But whatever you say. Okay, well let's first see if there's anything around that I need to redo real quick. Yeah, let's grab that viewpoint first before we do anything. It's always good to have an idea of what's going on in areas before I take anything on first. Oh, I didn't mean that. Nope. Up, 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 up. I need you to jump. And then we can climb here. Wait for him to turn around. Then stab him. Or not. Oh, fuck! That was, not ideal. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna run away now. I hope no one notices me. Seems to have worked out so far. Cool. For that viewpoint to come into view. Ironic, I know. Okay, so it just looks like a bunch of viewpoints. Okay. Ugh. Cool. I didn't actually kill him. Not sure what happened. I guess he fell off a roof. Works for me. Okay. Let's check in with the bureau first. Try and remember my thought process from earlier. And probably fail miserably at that.
Rafik. Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well.
Sometimes.
I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes. William of Montferrat is my target. What can you tell me of the man himself?
William has been named regent while the king conducts his war. The people see it as a strange choice given the history between Richard and William's son, Conrad. But I think Richard rather clever for it.
Clever how?
Richard and Conrad do not see eye to eye on most matters. Though they are civil enough in public, there are whispers that each intends evil upon the other.
That's probably true.
And then there was that business with Akkar's captured Saracens. In its wake, Conrad has returned to Tyre, and Richard has compelled William to remain here as his guest.
You mean his hostage?
Whatever you wish to call it, William's presence here should dissuade
Suppose it
Conrad
depends
from
on who you
acting out.
ask.
I've never been one for politics.
But surely you realize your every action shapes the course of this land's future.
That's true.
You are a politician too, in your own way.
As you wish. Now where would you suggest I begin my search?
Richard's Citadel, southwest of here. Or rather, the market in front of it. You'll find the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in that direction as well. It's a popular place and should be filled with talkative citizens. Finally, try the border to the west, where the Chain and Hospitaller districts meet. That should start you on your way.
That's a lot
Very
of
well.
things to do.
I won't disturb you further.
It's no trouble at all.
Yeah, I cannot remember what I was gonna talk about earlier. Okay. So let's go ahead and kind of grab that viewpoint, make a kind of zigzag around until we got all of them. Start over there. Awesome. I don't know if I ever got to finishing up my point earlier about you know, how I ended up getting my job that I currently have. I know I talked about how it was like it was super depressing, you know, sending out all these different applications for what I assumed was like an in-demand skill set. Not hearing back from a lot of companies, except for the one company that I'm currently with. I ended up hearing from them. I got the interview in a very quick succession. Should just be able to pipe right
You've no
through
reason
there.
to be here. Leave now.
Yep, there we go. Cool.
This place is restricted.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of baffled as to how, you know, quick that process actually ended up being. I applied, I waited for a little bit, as I assumed they processed my, you know, application, looked into my resume and stuff, which, you know, at the time didn't have a lot. It was an entry-level job, to be fair. But at the time, it didn't have a lot of stuff on it. I assumed the two big things that were going for me during that were my internship that I had the summer of my junior year in college, and that CA position I had. I assume those were the two big driving factors. On top of, I put down my capstone project as well, so because that was, you know, a pretty big undertaking. Because the capstone project for our school, it was like the project we actually had to do. Like we actually had to go out and implement an IT solution for some kind of company. Ours ended up being at a hospital, which is really cool, actually. Ow! The fuck was that? Just throw a rock at me? The fuck, man? Yeah, ours ended up being at a hospital because our one of our teammates' moms worked there, so we had an in there. But yeah, everyone had to go out, find a company that needed an IT solution. And we had to go there and like pitch what we could do for them and then actually implement it. So that was kind of an interesting thing to do, because I know a lot of other colleges are just like, fuck it, write a paper, be theoretical about it. You don't have to do anything. But I think because our school, our degrees are marked as applied degrees, so we actually had to do like a project to satisfy the requirement of them being like an applied engineering degree, because the IT program at the time was under the School of Engineering. I'm pretty sure there's now like a computing school there, but at the time it was a lot of those technology degrees were just under construction challenge. A lot of those programs were just under the School of Engineering for some reason. What is happening here? Okay. I think I fucked that one up. Or not. Okay, cool. Yeah, so to satisfy it being an applied engineering degree, the students actually have to go out and do something and apply their knowledge. If that makes sense. Might as well just grab this viewpoint first, actually, before I do that mission. So I also put that on my resume, so I think that went well, or that's probably a good reason why my resume was actually pushed through to the hiring manager. So I had 2 interviews with that company, actually, which I don't know if that's common or not, because clearly I've only had the one experience. But I had to talk with like an HR person to do like a pre-interview to make sure I was just to kind of pre-screen me for things. And then I assume at that point my resume was pushed to the hiring manager who I was actually going to work under. So then I had to do an interview with them. First one was just like, I don't want to say it was informal, but it was just like over the phone. They were asking me different kinds of questions and stuff. But it wasn't anything super in-depth, just kind of your basic questions. They didn't ask. They asked more in-depth questions when I got to the hiring manager. That's when they asked me kind of like how I was going to apply to stuff. But the funny part is I've talked with my boss on a few occasions talking about my resume. He said it looked really good because I used a website to kind of build it to make it stand out a little more. The only thing he remembers is how good it looked. He doesn't remember a thing that was on it, to the point where he didn't notice the spelling mistake I made on it, which I suppose worked out for me. And to be clear, that spelling mistake on my resume wasn't on all of my resumes. It was only on the first couple until I had someone look over my resume like, hey, this word is spelled wrong, which was super upsetting considering I had already sent it out to like 5 or 6 companies at the time. But I fixed it, and then when I sent it out to all the other companies, there was no spelling errors and stuff. So that wasn't the entire reason why I didn't hear back from other companies, to be clear.
Let me rear for a moment, Altair. William of Montferrat has replaced many of the district's honest merchants with men loyal to his cause.
Oh.
He seeks to weaken faith in King Richard by overcharging honest citizens for poorly crafted goods. These corrupt merchants must be removed. Find their stands and destroy them.
Okay. Easy enough. Now we run through the streets.
You do not ever do that again. Have I made myself clear?
Right. What is happening?
I'm not helping.
What the fuck is happening?
Move.
Do I need to throw someone into it? Is that what's happening here? Oh, yeah, I did. That's annoying. Okay. Sorry about that. I was concentrating so fucking hard on figuring out why I couldn't do anything. Hey, champ. Come here. Thanks, mate. Real good. Sorry. There we go. Yes, I can actually. I'll climb the wall and hopefully I can get up before they start throwing rocks at me. Okay, they're throwing rocks. Hopefully I can make that jump. Or not. Maybe I can make it over to that awning before. Yep. Come on, man. You can't see me. That's not fair. God. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get rid of all the people that are here now. Am I? Because I just kind of. Oh, fuck! Okay. This is annoying. God damn it. I'm gonna fail this mission because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna fail this mission because I won't be able to get back around to him soon enough, am I? That's fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be able to make it back to him. That's real annoying, actually. I should have just killed them all right there. Yeah. Well, I'll get a flag out of it. Damn it. That's so annoying. What? Who saw me? Huh? Who and where? Oh, fuck off. I'm upset. Swing at me, I dare you. Piece of shit. Come on. Okay. Okay, seriously, how many fucking guards are here? Really? What the fuck is happening? Why can't I counter him? Alright, enough of this. What kind of guard is this? Fucking Jesus, man. Ugh. Alright, round 2. Hopefully I know how to fucking do it this time. Hey! Fuck off, lady. Okay, where did all these guards come from, exactly? Alright. Where are all these guards coming from, man? Yeah, that's right. Run away. Make my life so much easier, please.
What is it now? Heathen! I'm catching up to you!
I did. Sorry. Yeah, I should have just killed them rather than run away.
Thank you for the help, Altair. It may seem a small thing you've done today, but it's important nonetheless. This bit of paper should prove useful when you finally face William.
But yeah, after talking with my boss a few times, I've come to the conclusion, at least for that position, I can't speak for all positions or like all disciplines, but a lot of what an interview actually is if the person hiring you likes you and if like they think they can work with you. That's at least it. I mean, clearly they'll ask questions to make sure you're competent and all that, but like a lot of it is just kind of checking your personality. And again, that's not, I can't speak to all these, to all areas and such, but that's a lot of what it is. Because if someone can't, no matter how good you are, if someone can't work with you, then they're not gonna hire you. And that's kind of, it's as simple as that, really, because especially if it's a very like team-oriented kind of environment. Because if you can't work with a team, then you know, what's the point? And even though I don't necessarily work with the team all the time, a lot of the stuff I do is independent. I still work with them. I still interact with them every day and stuff. But since my skill set is pretty different from the majority of the team I work on, a lot of them are, you know, the older engineering guys who are fabricators and stuff like that. And I'm the IT guy. So not a lot of our skill sets overlap, but I still interact with them on a daily basis. So I wanted to make sure you can interact and get along with the team you're gonna be on, because they don't want to make everyone miserable. So yeah. A lot of the stuff I do isn't necessarily related to the team. Our organization is kind of unique in terms of how we're utilized, and that's because the person our boss reports to kind of wanted our boss to organize a team that could be used as, for lack of a better term, a monkey wrench. Something that can be thrown at any given situation and we'd be able to handle it. And from what I can gather, there aren't a lot of organizations or a lot of teams like that, either in the organization or the place we're contracted at.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
Yeah. So I was hired on as an additional. There is someone there who does IT-esque work, but it's not necessarily what their background is in. So I was kind of hired on as the IT person. So I'm as the IT and kind of SA person. For those who don't know, SA is system admin. Yeah, I was hired on as that kind of arm of the support team. So it's been really interesting working there because I'm not doing this. I'm essentially just doing different things every day. So that's pretty fun. I'll talk to him and then I'll get back to that point I was trying to make.
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away. You shall be the angel of death and collect their heads before they collect mine. When it is done, I shall tell you
so
of the deal.
barbaric, though. Apparently, we just use feathers. Feathers. Quero me feathers. Do I have to do this stealthily again? Because if I do, it's gonna be slightly annoying. But let's find out. Ow. Well, that was easy. Okay. Head down this way to avoid those guards. And well, that worked out. God, stop pushing me. Fuck's sake.
What a relief it is to know that I am safe. Thank you, Master. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open, even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now, your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive
well, at least
me.
I know. Yeah, so back to what I was saying a second ago. Grab that and back up that way. For those who don't know, generally when you have a full-time job and sometimes part-time jobs, you'll fill out something called a timesheet or time card every day. Generally that's kind of an online thing nowadays. Sometimes it's still like the old punch cards, but those are very rare. And you have these things called charge numbers, which you would fill out based on the work you do during that day. And every week I have 16 charge numbers I charge to for my 40 hours a week, spread out over those numbers. So like I work on a bunch of different things at any given time. Luckily, either they're connected in some manner, or they're just similar enough to other work I've done in the past. So I'm not overwhelmed by doing a ton of different things all at once. I might be doing like different tasks at once, but they won't be entirely different. So like luckily I'm not overwhelmed by that. So that's good. Let's see what this is. Okay, I didn't mean to hit the lady. Finish him off real quick. Come on, one more time. Give it a go. Okay, I'm not very good at timing to fucking heavy attacks, apparently. Come on. Give it a shot. Alright, or not. Alright. That's what you want. Are you gonna attack? Yes, you are. Hey, where are these guards coming from? Oh, I forgot about guard break. Or throw break or whatever it's called. Finish him off while he's down. No, no. Okay, when I'm attacking someone on the ground, I don't want you to unlock on that target because, you know, I would like to finish them off when they're down. Honor means nothing to me. It also means nothing to a dead man.
It's good you came along when you did.
Ugh.
Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I owe you
Yeah,
my
and
freedom, stranger.
And even if I wanted to like move out of, if I just wanted to take a break from, you know, IT-centric tasks that kind of keep me behind a desk all day, because of the nature of our team, I could essentially just ask if one of the other guys has something that needs to be done, and I can go ahead and move in and do that instead. So like if I wanted to do something a little more, I'm not gonna say mind-numbing. Well, that was easy. But something a little more basic along the lines of like help move furniture, stuff like that. I can do that, and that's kind of, to me, that's a plus, having the option to be able to get up and move around and do stuff and not be chained to a desk all day. I find that super appealing. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ne reste pas là. They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way. Not by accident.
Sorry about that.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, it doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well. I'm off then.
Well, you know what they say. God helps those who help themselves. Nah, actually, the Bible explicitly says something else.
How dare you! God!
What did I do? Oh, you fucking turned around. That as soon as I do the pickpocket, that's shit, man.
He's running into a dead end. Finish!
Hey, could you not throw rocks at me? Or I'll throw rocks through your window. Alright. Well, okay. I wanted to... Oh, space. Not. Do there. But yeah, just having the option, even if I don't want to do it, I don't have to, because I have plenty of other regular tasks I can be doing. But like having that option is just... It kind of just puts a person at ease, you know what I mean? Don't worry about it, mate. You alright? Alright. No one needs to know. Okay. Oh, I don't have to listen to him then? That's great. Why is my mouse not running? Okay. There we go. Much better. Can I just run out of here, or are they gonna give me shit? No, of course they are. Whatever, man. You don't know me. Oh, fuck! That's not good. Here's the plan. Cheese it, fellas. They can't kill what they can't catch. I really hope there isn't an archer up here. There is not. That's a plus. Cool. Yeah, so like I'm kind of in a unique position. I have been tasked more towards, you know, system admin type work, which I don't dislike. It wasn't this. What's crazy is, you know, the tasks or like the job description that I was hired for. I don't think I have done a single thing that the job description said I was gonna do, which is the funny part. Which I'm not mad about. I would have done tasks just as well that were actually on the like the job description, but just, you know, kind of how I was talking about earlier, how we have a different kind of team we work on, so anyone can be doing anything at any given time, basically. So the job description kind of meant very little other than to like attract people to apply. So it didn't really matter to me one way or the other if I was going to be doing exact tasks that were on the job description or not, so that was good. But yeah, I find myself very fortunate for that. Since I was hired about April, like I was straight up hired on about April, but I didn't graduate till May. So like the only like stipulation that was on, or condition that was on my, you know, employment for hiring was that I needed to graduate. So that wasn't a huge deal because I could do that just fine. I was essentially already set to graduate anyways. I just needed to finish up the capstone project and, you know, finish up the 9 other credits or whatever. Something like that. It was weird how many credits I had. I had 12 altogether. I just don't remember the exact distribution. So I know I had like a 2 credit course at some point, and I'm pretty sure the capstone was like a 5 or 4 credit course.
Thank you. So don't think I couldn't have handled them myself.
I needed that 2 credit course so I could be classified as a full-time student. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to continue to be a CA for the spring semester of that year, which would have been unfortunate. So I found like some random ass first aid class that was like 3 months. No, it wasn't even 3. It was like 2 months of coursework. It was all online, and it was first aid certified at the end of it. It was 2 credits. It was perfect. So I just went ahead and did that. It made my life easier. I'm gonna finish up all the viewpoints, by the way. I like having those filled out first, and doing the tasks that come along with them. So that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, it actually worked out pretty well when I was hired in April, and I was just working part-time for that, most of that. So I was able to get, you know, all the onboarding process done before I went full-time. So, you know, I had got all the training done. I got like all the badging process and all that done before I actually was like hired, before I, you know, came to the site as a full-time employee. So it worked out really well. So when I graduated and went to work, I was all ready to go, ready to jump into tasks from the get-go, which really helped out in the long run. Oh. Hey there, bud. Sorry about this. No, I'm not. So yeah. But the ironic part is I was almost fired before I started. because they were originally going to put me like half time, otherwise known as 0.5 FTE, on a project, but the person who they were going to lend me out to suddenly kind of pulled back on that. So my boss was scrambling to find me work before that happened. Before I came on, so they could keep me. Oh, that's unfortunate. Come on. Yeah, I remember very vividly we were walking to my cubicle that I'm in. They were kind of showing me around the building I was working on. They were showing me to the cubicle. We stopped right outside my cubicle, and he was like, "Yeah, you were almost let go before you started." I was like, "What?" Very confused by why he would tell me this. But yeah, apparently the person who like was gonna use me for halftime. For some reason, suddenly pulled back on it. But when I had later conversations with my boss, he was like, in the end, that was probably the best for you, because you probably wouldn't have liked working with them. And I have since worked with them like on a couple of tasks. Like I probably would have been fine, but I definitely wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I do now. Unlike a lot of people, I'm not just going to work for a paycheck. I genuinely enjoy what I do, and I genuinely enjoy like the people I work with, which again I feel like is a very kind of unique situation, because I know a lot of times people just go because they need to be paid, and they don't really care about what they're doing. They're just kind of doing it for the paycheck, which is valid. You need money to live, and you can't always be fortunate enough to do what you enjoy doing. I mean, okay, well, that's not helpful. And that's just kind of the reality of it. Is as unfortunate as it is. I know a lot of people would much rather be doing something they enjoy. But sadly, that's just not always the case. So I feel I'm definitely, along with like the luck I had within getting the job before I even graduated college. I also feel I'm pretty fortunate in the fact that I get to go to work and I actually enjoy what I do. Even when I'm thrown to work with other teams, so far the majority of the teams I've worked with, I have also enjoyed working with. But that's probably more attributed to the fact that I'm not with them the majority of the time, so I only really see the best of those other teams. But I mean, I'll take what I can get, as long as, and those other teams are generally, okay, I guess that wasn't the safe citizen I was supposed to do. And generally with those other teams that I'm sent to go help, I am support staff. Like I'm there to help you. Like you have asked for my help. So generally those people are pretty nice to me, just because they know I'm there to help, and I don't technically have to be there to help. I could go work on another task and it doesn't matter to me. So I think that probably attributes something to that. I also get the sense that a lot of those people are just genuinely kinder people. So I'm not gonna I won't say that all those people would suck if I wasn't there to help. And most of them would probably be just fine. Can I? Okay, I'm stuck on this ladder, for fuck's sake. Drop! Damn it! Drop! What are you doing, man? Fucking hell. Ow. Alright. You're done. Okay, he should be one counter down. Or just one sword swipe. That works too, I guess. Come on, boys. Who's first? You? Perfect. Anyone else? Oh, hey there, flag. Don't mind if I do. Oh? Thank you. Let's go. If you want to attack, I will. And I promise you, you won't like it if I attack. Well, then again, you won't like it if you attack too. Oh, well. Just like that. Sorry, no cowering. Ooh, ouch. Go on. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I'm not trying to like disparage like other teams, and I'm not trying to think the worst of them. I'm sure most of them would be genuinely fine if I came and wasn't there to help. I was just on their team. Most of them are definitely friendly enough, but I'm just saying, like, it probably doesn't hurt that I am there to help because they had asked for help. So yeah. But I had talked about this before a little bit on different occasions. Last time I was on stream. I know no one has seen that currently, so yeah. Really? Okay. I talked about this a little bit, like in terms of luck. I recently started streaming, and I'm very aware that a lot of luck is kind of part of that. And what I mean by that is like getting a viewership. A lot of luck is kind of important, unfortunately. Because I know, like, if you ask any streamer in existence, what their #1 tip is to get like an audience, I'm like 99% sure their answer would be consistency and be lucky. Because this kind of thing, it's not easy. Like even now I'm talking to no one, but like I don't care that I'm talking to no one. I'm more or less doing streaming with the intention of improving myself, as odd as that sounds. Like I'm trying to improve my speech and articulation and, you know, connecting my thoughts to sentences and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't have an issue doing that on a daily basis, but I'm just trying to get better at it because in my job, I've started being asked for my opinion more, and I've started being put like in charge of some stuff. I was being see, I'm not perfect at it, but I'm trying at it. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I've been given tasks to be put in charge of and such. So like when I'm put in meetings with people who are definitely way more important than I am on many different in many different ways, I would just like to be more eloquent in my speech when I'm trying to get a point across, because whenever I'm in a room, there's a certain guarantee that I will be the youngest person in that room, and I think that's more because of the environment I work in. It's just that people generally stay in that field for a very long time. And when they stay in that field, they'll stay in their positions as well. And if they don't stay in their positions, they'll move to one within the same kind of organization. But like, it just like maybe they'll move up in a position rather than moving on from the, I'm gonna call it the company itself, even though it's not technically a company. But yeah, there's a certain guarantee that I'm probably the youngest person in a room. So luckily a lot of these meetings are on Teams, and we don't really use cameras a lot, so they don't. I've worked there for over 1.5 years at this point, and there's like a solid 70% of the people I work with don't even know what I look like. They just have heard my voice and know my name, which is kind of funny if you think about it. But when we do have like those either in-person meetings or meetings that people want cameras available, I'm not gonna say they kind of, they're not disrespectful towards me, but like in the back of their minds they know I am the young person. I don't have as much experience as everyone else in the room, so like I would like to become more eloquent in my speech so I can get points across better, so they're more apt to listen to what I have to say. They still listen to what I have to say, but this is more just for me rather than, you know, anything anyone else is trying to say. It's more for my own benefit, because also in the long run, being just better at speech, I don't see how that could hurt me in any way or in any capacity.
Stop. You must not trespass here.
Why can't I fucking... Where can I fucking climb this goddamn cathedral, man? It'll let me go around the corner with this, but it won't let me... Ugh, this is annoying. I'll come back to this one. Fucking whatever. Ow. But so yeah, like that's kind of the main reason I've gotten into streaming, and I've really only come to that conclusion on Sunday when I kind of I just started rambling, and then I was like, huh, I guess that does make sense as to kind of why I started it. Because I didn't start doing this with the intention of becoming famous, because that's just not realistic in any capacity. There is a lot of luck involved, and I definitely used up a good amount of my own luck getting the job I have now. That's not to say I've worked my ass off to kind of keep the position I have, and my boss is very satisfied with the work I'm doing. So like, most of the luck was just getting the job in general.
You were not allowed to leave here.
Come on, man. Yeah, most of the luck was just getting the job in general, and then it was up to me to kind of figure out how I was gonna, you know, take advantage of that, and how best I was gonna leverage my skill set and stuff like that. So like, streaming is more just kind of, I started more as a hobby. I play games to, I play games as a stress reliever, right? So it's kind of just best for me to, get a little bit more out of one of my hobbies. So hey, why not improve something I could use in any other aspect of my life by getting better at, just talking? Because, as much as I don't want to interact with other people, I will have to interact with other people no matter where I go in life. So just getting better at talking could not hurt in any way, if that makes sense. So that was kind of like one of the main after coming to that conclusion, that I feel as if that's one of the main reasons I'm trying to get into streaming. It just, it gives me a little extra something to work towards. You know what I mean? Let's talk to him real quick.
Safety and peace, brother. Although it seems I'll be receiving neither. Serves me right, I suppose. Got a bit careless, and now William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself, but to be honest,
William's Longbowmen.
Would
That's
you be willing
kind
to
of
seek them
an
out and
obscure
kill them?
reference.
I might have something useful for you.
Not
For
really.
you to
Like, if you're
accept.
into history, you would
But be
know
careful not to let them
English
see you.
longbowmen are pretty well known. What do I have to do? Stealth assassinations? Fuck.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
No thanks. But yeah, so like, it's like, add a little bit. Stop. I didn't fucking. Well, that's unfortunate.
When you have been exposed,
I hate that.
killing some of
Oh well. Let's talk with him again. Unfortunate.
Safety and peace, brother. Although it seems I'll be receiving neither. Serves me right, I suppose. Got a bit careless, and now William sent his
it
bowmen
kind of
after
adds a
me.
little extra something
deal
to
with them myself,
a
but
hobby I
to be
have,
honest,
and
I lack
I'm
the
not
skill.
expecting
Would you be
anything
willing
to
to seek them
happen.
out
I
and
don't
kill them?
particularly
I might have
particularly
something
care
useful for you.
that I'm streaming to no one currently. I don't particularly care if anyone views the VODs after this or not. I'm just kind of mostly doing this for me. I mean, of course I would like it if some people watch my stream or not. Fucking lady! Fuck off! I mean, yeah, of course it would be... Let's look for that longbow. Oh, he's right there. Okay. Of course it would be nice, you know, if someone viewed my content, but like... But I wouldn't be torn up about it if no one did. It's more for me. Like, again, of course it would be nice if I'm going to put in the effort, you know, to continuously talk for almost 2 hours. Oh, fuck. I don't like this mission. Yeah, I don't have any strong desire to make like streaming a full-time job or anything like that. It's just, you know, something to try and add a little bit extra to a hobby I have, and something to try and improve myself on a little bit. Yeah, it's just not, I'm not torn up about any of this. It's just, you know, it would be nice to have someone around, a few people around. And that's kind of, I haven't done it this yet. I'm planning on doing this later this week, but I'm planning on doing more with TikTok content. As much as I was against TikTok when it was first coming out and stuff, and how just fucking awful some of the stuff was. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I hate this mission so much. Fuck off, man. I'm so done. I don't know if it's because I'm distracting myself or I'm just genuinely getting unlucky walking up a goddamn ladder and it's just right there. Whatever. Yeah, as much as I didn't like TikTok when it was first around and like, or when it was first getting popular, and when it, just some of the content on there was worse than Vine stuff, and some Vine content could get pretty bad. But as time went on and as they like developed algorithms and stuff, if you want to build any kind of community, you would be out of your mind not to try and utilize TikTok. Fuck. Yeah, you would be out of your mind not to utilize TikTok. I don't think, I talked about this in a different pod before, but again, no one's here, and I'm just trying to, you know, get better at my thoughts and putting them into perspective. I do not think there is another type of social media platform where you can develop an audience in a where's he gonna start walking? No, I'm nervous. Yeah. Oh shit. I do not think there is another, you know, social media platform where you can start building an audience or community as quickly as you can with TikTok. I don't know what it is about their algorithm or just. Oh, I got nervous there for a second. Is that him out there? I think it is. Okay. I don't know what it is about their algorithm or just how their discovery kind of works, but okay. You can pretty quickly start building, at least on TikTok. You can. Oh my God! Did my internet go out again? So I saw my stream buffering on my other monitor. But yeah, at least on TikTok, you can pretty quickly start building an audience on there, and that's kind of where you would, you know, promote streams or videos and stuff. And even if like you can pretty quickly start getting an audience of a couple hundred people, into the 1,000 mark. From what I understand, at least, I haven't started doing this quite yet, and I could be dead fucking wrong. But from what I understand, it's pretty simple to, you know, start building a community on TikTok. And even if a small fraction of your audience on there comes and watches a stream, that's still much more than you would have much more than you would have if you just did not use it at all. I feel as if... One sec.
I can once more move freely through the city. In exchange for your aid, take this map I prepared. It shows where William has stationed his other archers.
Oh, man.
Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
Yeah, you would start building a streaming community much quicker than you would if you hadn't used TikTok. So like, it's just, if you want to be successful in any capacity in this type of space, I feel as if you need to use TikTok. And I say that as someone who is currently streaming to 0 people. This is kind of just what I found through my research and what I've heard from other people, other creators and stuff. So it's just, and it's just a massive platform to begin with. So like, come on, man. What is fucking happening here? Why? It's not blocking at all. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and since it's just because it's a massive platform, even if you didn't necessarily promote your stream or videos and stuff through TikTok, and you just had a TikTok, people would find, and you just had like social media attached to it, people would eventually find content on there that they would want to watch. So like, even if you didn't necessarily promote your stuff on it, people would still find it because of that TikTok. And it's just kind of crazy to think about that kind of thing. I mean, clearly I don't have any first-hand experience because I haven't even started doing that yet or not. I mean, I am planning on doing it because even though I don't necessarily care whether I'm streaming to no one, I said this before, but like, if I'm gonna put in the effort, I would like, you know, I would like someone or some people to be. It's kind of awkward to do it with a small, like a singular digit audience because it's kind of a little awkward. But you know, I'm not. Again, not really pressed about it. But yeah. All right, come on. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. And by saying now it's working, it's like I know how to do it now. Come on, man. Can I go now? I just want to run away to that flag. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I should be able to just climb this ladder and get out of dodge. There we go. Okay. Sure wasn't me, sir. No sirree. Okay, drop, and drop. Hello there.
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time,
yeah, so I mean, in terms of that, if we're gonna talk about it now, in terms of, you know, making TikTok content, I'm still not sure what kind of content I should or could put out, I should say. I know I'm gonna do like kind of like an introduction kind of video explaining, you know, what I am, who I am, why I went with the type of model I did, and that kind of thing. Is the flag above me? Oh, this is gonna get annoying real quick. Where are the flag? Oh, they're just on the ground. Cool. I wish it gave me a little more direction. Excuse me, sir. Don't mind me. Ignore the man doing parkour and very clearly what is the assassin's outfit. He's not here to hurt you, I promise. Come on, here we go. Alright. Yeah, I know I'm gonna do introduction video, you know, kind of explain who I am, what I'm gonna be doing, that kind of thing. Fuck off. There is no reason for you to come after me. Hold on, I need to kill all these people, because it'd be quicker than hiding. For some reason. Go on now. Y'all won't attack. I will. You'll like it just about as much as if you attack, because they'll just counter. Like that. Like so. Come on now. Make it easier on me. Attack me. Or not. That's fine too. It's truly whatever.
Hard work is changing my opinion of you. Here is what I know about William of Montferrat. He and Richard had a disagreement before the king left for Jaffa. Since then, William stays in his citadel, surrounded by his army. Do you have what it takes to attack him in this protected environment?
Probably.
We'll see, but I am still doubtful.
Okay. Okay, I'll grab that viewpoint, and then I'll try and get that other one, and I'll probably end it there for today. But, yeah, I'll probably make a... Again, I know I've said this at least 2 other times. But I plan on making, like, an intro video kind of talking about, you know, introducing myself a little bit, kind of talking about type of content I plan on streaming and stuff like that. And I'll plan on going into a little more detail about, like, I'm going to call it a model because I'm not entirely sure what else to call it. Why I went with the GIFTuber / PNGTuber as opposed to, you know, more, I'm not going to say traditional because it's really not traditional. Your more standard, your more standard live 2D or 3D model, that kind of thing. When I... Please don't try and kill me. What it really comes down to, if I'm being completely honest, currently, is money. I didn't want to spend all the money, shell out to get a custom, you know, model done and all that, just to, you know, stream to no one. I feel like that would be a huge waste. So I kind of went. I was originally just gonna go with a PNGTuber kind of thing, where it's just an image, and then the mouth opens based on sound activation. That's what I was originally gonna do. The only reason I ended up changing my mind was because the artist that commissioned to do this, they had an option to make it a GIF, and I felt that was more advantageous, just based on adding a little bit, adding a little extra layer of complexity to kind of make it more eye-catching. And honestly speaking, their art was very affordable, so Seriously? Fuck off. I mean, I get I'm standing right in front of you, but, like, clearly you're not ready for an attack, apparently. But whatever, man. My question is, how do I get up there? I think I could... Can I just... go? No? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. Well, that works. Am I supposed to shimmy it? Oh, or can I just grab that and, like, reach up to that? I can. Cool. Oh yeah, so like they had an option to make it a GIF rather than just a regular PNG. So I was like, this was like, yeah, it makes more sense. It's a little more. It adds a little bit extra something, and it's still not, you know, cost prohibitive to me, because I didn't want to shell out all the money for a custom. You know, I didn't want to commission art and then have it paid to have it rigged and all that. And it's just that would have at that time, it's just not. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to shell out all that money just to be streaming to no one currently. So, first starting out, the plan is, you know, stick with this current model I have. It's a very good model, I think. I like it definitely captures the essence of of my username. I've had this username for years, and I kind of wanted something that goes along, you know, with that kind of vein. So it worked out, I think. Let me do that save citizen while I'm here, actually. So yeah, it just adds that little extra something, you know. Not quite live 2D, not quite PNG. I feel like it's a nice medium between the two. As of right now, I only have, you know, this one expression, just, you know, neutral, closed mouth, talking mouth. But later on, you know, depending on how everything goes, I'll start with, you know, adding more expressions first. Maybe later on, depending on how, you know, everything goes, I might move into, you know, your more standard live 2D model for VTubing. I don't plan on, you know, doing you know, traditional face cam streaming. Mostly because I don't like taking pictures of myself, so I don't want, you know, I don't want to broadcast a live stream video of myself looking stupid as shit playing video games. I can use a model for that. So there's that. Alright. Now let's try one more time to get that viewpoint, and once I do that, once it saves, I will probably just end it there, because I've been going for a while and I've got work tomorrow. So generally, the schedule I'm going to try and keep, at least the starting times, are going to be in the description of this video. It's also going to be on my Twitter. So don't really miss anything there. Can I just run past them? Yeah, cool. But ending times are just gonna be kind of up to how I'm feeling. At the very least, I'll be going for 2 hours. The Friday and Sunday streams will be longer, purely because I have more time to be able to do that. Friday, clearly, because I don't have work the next day. And, can I go? I think I have to go up there and then, you know, like cross from there. Yeah, Friday, because I don't have work the next day. And then either, more likely than not, they will be on Sundays. Or Saturdays, depending on what my D&D group is doing that week. How the fuck do I get this viewpoint, man? Whatever. Do I have to... Where am I supposed to go? This is so annoying. Ugh. Yeah, generally speaking, I have a D&D group I play with every Saturday. It's generally every Saturday. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes we have to move it to Sunday. Ooh, hello.
You are not allowed to be here.
I'm not allowed to be many places, to be fair. Okay. Yeah, so, like, depending on what my D&D group is doing that weekend, it would change what weekend day I would stream. So it'll either be Saturday or Sunday. Ouch. But the time will remain the same either way. And like the Friday stream, it'll be longer just because I'd start earlier in the day, so that one would be 3 to 4 hours depending. The Friday stream would be probably just closer to 3, because I would start later in the day. I start later in the day during the week at least because I have work during the day, so I can't stream during the day. And then some days I work out 3 to 4 times a week, so I'd like to get that in before I do a stream. So that's part of the reason why I start late, at least for Eastern Standard Time. And plus, for some reason, new streamers do better when they start later. I mean, the best time apparently is like midnight to 9 a.m. is the best time for new streamers to stream, but I can't do that just because I wouldn't have time to sleep. And I already get enough shit from my coworkers for not getting enough sleep. Because I'm the youngest person there, they all think I don't get any sleep at all, which, I mean, isn't entirely wrong. I get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a day, which isn't a lot, but it's enough, I suppose. Anyways, after grabbing that viewpoint, there's just a couple more missions to do. One more mission to do, in fact. And then I'll go do the assassination target, and then it will be it for this section of the city. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream there, because going for about 2 hours now, and as I said, I gotta get some sleep so I can get to work tomorrow. So as I'm logging out, I feel like this stream was a lot more successful than the last few were. After my last stream, that's when I came to the conclusion I feel like I need topics to talk about before I start the stream, so I can continuously talk and fill that dead space. So with that in mind, I feel like I was able to at least fill that dead space a little more. I might have been rambling a little bit, but compared to like the first few that I did, I feel like this was a good improvement. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. And for watching the VOD, thanks for watching it. Hopefully someone will catch the live streams occasionally. If not, it's all good. But if you're seeing this, thanks for watching. Call it there.